Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of RV Quick Tips with Mike, your #1 how-to source for all things RV. Hey, a question I get a lot is, hey, does this thing convert into a bed? If there's a dinette in your RV, chances are it does convert into a sleeping position. They all work a little bit differently. I'm going to touch on several different versions, especially within the Jayco line of travel trailers, and show you how it works. So let's get started. In this case, we're in an Eagle fifth wheel, Jayco Eagle fifth wheel. What I like to do to get started is remove the cushions, get them out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. Do the same over here. On this one, you simply lift up and make sure these teeth come out of these little channels right here. Once these teeth are out of there, then all I have to do is pull this thing out and down it goes like so. And this is our bed base. Then the rest is easy. We just lay down the cushions to make into our mattress. Like so. And now we have a sleeping position. When it's time to reverse, get up in the morning, time for breakfast, we'll just go in reverse order. Get these cushions out of the way. Simply lift up on this, line up these in the grooves, like that. Put our cushions back down. And back to dinette, just like so. Okay, this one's going to be a little bit different. Now we're in a Jayco Whitehawk. This is neat because there's actually no pole or anything to get in the way and be a knee knocker under here. This one's really easy to convert. What I do, if you can come under here and see, it's a pole that's mounted to the back side of the dinette. The table itself just sits into this fitting right here. You can stay right there while I come up here. I'm just going to lift straight up like that. You can see how that fits in there. Lay this aside and then pull this straight out and lay it down on the floor, okay? Then, like most others, all we need to do is drop the table into these little recessed fittings here. You can do it with the cushions on this one if you're careful. Just slide it in like so. Okay, there's our base. Now all that's left to do is arrange the cushions into our sleeping surface. Take this guy out here, like so. Put this in here. And now we have a mattress, okay? Now, in the morning, when it's time to eat breakfast, we go back to the dinette. Go back here. Pull this out in reverse order from what we did before. Take this, slide it right in that little channel, like that. And I get down like this. Make sure you line this up like so. Slide it right on. And now we have our table. Bring me my coffee. And now we're in a Jay Flight. In this case, we have a freestanding table. This table can be moved out. You can move it over in front of the love seat. Heck, you can even take it outside. This just sits in here. And there's a little trick to this. I usually move it out here at an angle. You need to find this little yellow tab, this lever, and push it out to release it, like that. Now it's released. Now all I have to do, and I usually do this seated with my feet on the legs, just give it a little push, like so. Now, all we need to do is scooch it in. That's a word, scooch it. line it up with these little shelves right here, slide it in, and there's our bed base. Now, again, we'll take our cushions, ta-da, we have a bed. Reverse order. Put our cushions back. Pull this out. Again, put my feet on the legs. It's locked. You could hear it lock into place. Pull it back into position. And I'm ready for my Wheaties. And now we're in a Jayco SLX 8 model. This is the type of dinette you'll see often in a lot of different RVs where you have poles under here, maybe one, sometimes two that support the table. This is a pretty big table, so there's two poles under here. The natural inclination is to come up, give it a big tug, and you can do that. The thing is this table is kind of heavy, and even if it's not that heavy, and I'm in pretty decent shape, but you can throw your back out lifting this thing up, okay? So what I usually do is sit down, and then I take my knees and just tap up to loosen it. If you don't have long legs or you just don't want to go that route, you can take the seat cushion, put it on top of your legs, and then just push up, and you've loosened it like that. Then from the sitting position, I just push it over like this. And don't worry, the legs might stick to the bottom of the table and clank around. In this case, they're still under here, right? I just lay them down on the ground, get them out of the way, and then I can keep going. What I usually do, sit this down so I'm not dropping it on my toe or something. Move the cushions out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to drop the table on this little shelf right here. Like so, and we have a bed base. Now, once again, drop the cushions down to create our mattress. And we have a mattress. If these things bother you, you can stow them under here. But in my case, I usually have stuff under there already, so I just leave them under here. Okay, when it's time to convert it back to a dinette, go in reverse order. But I do like to get these out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. Again, this thing can be heavy, so tilt up one side like so, get underneath it, put it over here, and then I put these in first. Just seat them into the bottom brackets, and then from the seated position, I don't have my cushions down, but that's okay. Put one end up there. I'm going to line these up here. So while seated, I line them up. Stationary. Put our cushions back down. And we have a dinette. And finally, we're in a little Jay Flight SLX 7, a small camper, a lightweight camper. Everything's smaller in here, including the dinette, but this still converts into a bed. It converts into a sleeping space. On this one, you see there's a leg right in the middle that we need to get rid of in order to convert it to a bed. I usually pop it up about 3 positions and then just tuck it up out of the way like that. Then I come up here. This table rests in a little channel on the wall, and I lift this up at about a 45-degree angle, and it lifts up out of there. Then, like the others, get these guys out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. Drop our tabletop, watch your fingers, like so. Put our cushions down. And we have a bed. When it's time to convert it back, do it in reverse order. Out of the way. Out of the way. Lift our table out of here. Again, line this up with that little channel in the back. Hit it at an angle and then back down. Lower our leg here. 1, 2, 3, like so. Put our cushions back the way they were. So there you have it. We've covered different scenarios on how you can convert your dinette to a sleeping position. If you have a different situation in your RV, just send me a note, send me an email, I'll help you through it, but I bet it's similar to what we reviewed today. Thanks for joining us. Make sure and check back here often for more RV Quick Tips with Mike, your #1 how-to source for all things RV.
Thanks for watching our video. If you have any questions, be sure to drop a comment below. Or if you have any suggestions on content you'd like to see, we'd love to hear about that. Go ahead and give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks again from VOD RV.